Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio. I'm SeiferKatt. We're still doing UltraCube. Gabe I've been demanded to show you Gabe. Gabe's around here somewhere. Shit, I lost Gabe. There he is. Gabe's in there somewhere. Making just basic fuel. He'll be done soon, I'm sure. When Gabe needs to make fuel, he needs to make a lot of fuel. I don't know what Red Gabe... It's like Red Hulk. You know? Hulk? No, it's Red Hulk. Does Red Hulk have a better name than Red Hulk? I don't know. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of thinking and I did a bit of maths. Despite the fact that the stream's saying that I don't want to do maths, I was doing maths. I'm sorry that I lied to you all. Because what we need to do is we need to make... It's actually better to make the overcharged productivity modules. We don't want to make many of them, but we want to make some of them. Now the good news is we don't actually need to do this dumb destroy cube, remake cube thing too many times. And thankfully, it's not even difficult because we broke the game. Hilarious. Needing maths and separate is separate and different from doing maths. Yeah, I didn't need maths. I could have done maths, but why? I didn't need maths. If I don't need maths, I'm not doing maths. Oh god. So, we are going to adjust those slightly. Only now in my darkest hour do I realize the mistake I've made. Okay. So the goal here is I would like to make some of these things enough to start making overcharged productivity modules. Once we start making those, then that's when the real magic starts happening. And as we know, the real magic happens in the bedroom. I don't know why I said that aloud or at all. I don't even know why I thought that. My point is, we will then begin Operation Get Shit Sorted Yo, which is the best operation name I've ever heard in my life. Because you know when you're part of Operation Get Shit Sorted Yo, you know shit's gonna get sorted. Yo. And then we want to do like a couple of those. Alright. So that'll make our annihilation cards. Now, ideally we want to make as few of these as possible. Because I would like to not make these once we get the research, the productivity 3s ready to go. It's not really a problem. Rotate green inserters to the left too. You are correct. Thank you. So they'll go slowly, but that's not really a problem. Actually, now is probably a good time to get beacons. How hard is it to make beacon juice? It's not that difficult. So the cube's just going to be cubing at its best. Because what worries me is I think there's only a little... Oh, I need to fix this as well, don't I? Oh. Oh. I think I see why it might have broken a little bit. Okay. If we do... Where was that cubit that I had? I had a cubit, right? I didn't put it back or anything silly like that, did I? I must have.
Got some quality?
We have some quality, thank you. Thank you, Glacier. We will raise quality as per your request. Now, we will swap those around. No. Ah, hell. Okay. Okay. I almost need a power switch for this. Okay, so that should go blue, blue. Oh wow, it completely jams up. I think I can see where it goes wrong. Okay. If any of them run out. That's funny that dark blue ran out though. Although maybe it's not. Ah. I kind of don't want any of them to move. Unless there's something in there. Goblin quality, of course. Okay. If... Why is that signal X? Where's that X coming from? There. Okay. Anything is less than 1. Because while it doesn't know what it should be doing, the point is it does see that something is at 3. No. Ah, this bloody machine. It's gonna be the death of me, I swear. Okay. Time for a new decider combo. Okay, so. And then we need these friendly chaps. Oh wait, that should be this friendly chap. is currently less than 1. No, I think I want it to be greater than 2. And all must be true. Shoot. Not quite the button I want to press. To output, check. Check. Equals 1. So that's not currently working because we are missing things. We're missing things for various reasons, but they'll hopefully be sorted out eventually. It appears science has stopped due to the lack of metal yet again. Although, I think it's about to go make metal, so... Victory? I'm going to limit those. No, it's not making metal, it's making other stuff. Other stuff's still important. Because not having other stuff just means you don't have other stuff. What my concern is that I don't have enough cards to do what I need. I might put some productivity modules over there as well. Let's grab some arcane drive units. And we'll just let it do its thing. Just a bold driving over tracks there, don't mind me. Some people regard me as a hero, I regard myself as just a normal man who does heroic things. Like trying to kill themselves in a stupid way. Very heroic. I imagine we're probably running out of cerebral substrate. Actually, there's widgets. Why did we stop making widgets? Ah, because we ran out of metal. Hang on, we ran out of metal because we ran out of widgets. Okay. I really need you to stay here, buddy. You know, quite frankly, the number of times that's actually been relevant is distressing. Okay, I've left my car behind. If I go here, I should be able to get it back. Okay. That'll process a bunch of metals. I love that. I love that for us. I love it when we process a bunch of metal. We have productivity modules, tuned productivity modules, and then probably just a better name for the same thing. Alright, yep. That will get us to where we need to go. You like turtles? Also, hi. Hi, Zoe. I'm glad to find out about your lust for turtles. Sorry, your like for turtles. My bad, sorry. I made you sound like some sort of turtle fetishist. Which, I'll be honest, I know a couple specifically for the Ninja Turtles, so it's both better and worse. No, it's better. Yeah, I think it's better. You've wanted to try turtle? What are you, Shredder? You ready for some turtle soup? Yeah, that's fine. That's not very cowabunga of you, dude. That's good. That's a good way of putting it. Okay. You did say it was the worst thing about you. Honestly, there's worse things go about someone. That's not too bad. I like how it's fine until it wants to turn around, then it's just like, no, I don't know. But that'll certainly get us most of the way. It tastes like crocodile. I mean, I see no reason why it wouldn't. Like, I literally see no reason why it wouldn't just taste like crocodile. Hopefully this patch is doing fine. 5.5 mil. Doing alright. We could always harvest this patch should we need to. Or this patch. I would just be building more belts. I wouldn't care about getting on a train. I wonder if these can take productivities. They can't, only speed. That's alright. The other important thing, as always, is that metal continues to flow. Metal not flowing seems to be a constant problem in this base. I mean, I guess that's just Factorio things, right? Metal is a common problem in every Factorio game, whether it be copper, iron, tungsten, any sort of metal, really. You've tasted horse and will never do that again? Why did the horse try to kick you? Horses hate being eaten, if that's one thing I know. They get real angry if you try to bite them. Oops. That's actually a problem. Well, rack that one up for my stats. Oh. Oh god, these are using productivity too. Ones. I guess I didn't care about it for a while, but when we are starting to do this seriously, we're only going to do this. So what I actually want to do, while I've got the time, is I want to make a lot of these. I'm just going to keep crashing into things if I'm not careful. Clunk, 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 clunk. Clunk, I didn't even see that one. This is why you don't drive the car around your factory like this. At some point it's just easier, a bit easier and better to walk. Yeah, that's how you get the car stuck. Oh, do you actually need one of these? Good news is it looks like I am trying to make infinite of those. I don't have many of them, unfortunately, but that's okay. We will, as they say, get there. What I probably want to do... How do I make speed 2s? I don't know, I've never made them. Every now and then I astound myself with my stupid... describe it as beef and lamb in some way. You were young, you needed the money? Is that what you're saying? It was the fall of the Soviet Union, and the days were cold, and the nights more so. Oh wait, advanced engine units. I don't need that crap in my life. I want arcane engine units, thank you very much. There are a lot of crap I don't care about right now. There we go, that helps to some degree. How are we doing with the... Yeah, I was worried about that. I don't think we need to worry too much about uranium-2-3, something that I don't give a shit about. A beef and lamb combo sounds good. I mean, it sounds good in a kebab. I don't know if it sounds good in general. And again, if it sounds good in a kebab, why wouldn't it be good in everything else? Right? You felt awful the day after you grew up with horses? And your sisters would kill you if they ever found out? Well, I mean, I certainly wouldn't find out. I mean, I certainly wouldn't use that to blackmail you or anything, don't worry about it. So, who wants to blackmail Waffles? Let's just get right into this. Let's not even pretend like we're not going to blackmail them. Who wants to blackmail? I never would. It's all fun and games. I'm not going to blackmail you. We're just going to store this uranium over here. Just like in real life, we're going to put it in a place and never think about it again. I don't know who your sisters? I don't know who your sisters are, aside from horse girls. That's the only logic that I've been given there, that they are potentially, most likely horse girls. That's not enough information to go off. You know how much that narrows it down? Horse girls that grew up on a farm? Or at least grew up with horses? That doesn't narrow it down at all. So the next science will take a while. I'm getting closer. See, this is how I felt when Gosen started like knowing things about me that I just idly said on stream. Very scared. It was like, it's not like you can do anything with this information. It turns out you can find a lot of information about someone with such small amounts of information. And in Missouri. I don't think they're in Missouri. Well, it was the first place that came to my head, that a place that might have a horse. I think Missouri has a couple of horses. See, that's smart thinking. You told me about Cubum. I'm aware of Cubum. Someone was talking about Cubum, I'm pretty sure it was you. It'll be part of it all. When we do the big mod pack, Cubum will be part of it. Okay. Now, once these are done, this will take a little while actually, I think. Please tell me you're going to do more than 3 hours. Why is it all new planets mod? It's coming, I'm sure. How hard would it be to make a beacon? Beacons are relatively simple to make. Beacon juice, relatively simple to make as well. So it's going to take an hour and 8 minutes, provided that nothing craps out on me. Although it's still trying to figure that out. Good morning, Tara. Cube Saga continues. Cubes isn't where my passion lies. I do have some passion for cubes, but it's not my biggest passion. My biggest passion, of course, is the sea. In the form of blocks. Shift click tick on the tree on the right. Tree on the right. Oh, like... Oh. Wait, why oh, right, shift click. Oh, okay, I see. So you can just be like... Okay, that is cool. That is neat, you're right. Okay, that'll speed us up a little bit more. So 44 minutes at the moment. It's going to go faster than that. It just doesn't know it. How easy would it be to make these? Relatively? No, I'm not too fussed about that. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We come back every now and then, grab some productivity modules. The goal is we want to make infinite numbers of these productivity modules though. Because prod 3 is what we're needing. Right now we're still making metal, that takes a little while. And that's probably enough. We've already got it limited to some degree, haven't we? Yes, we do. These mods make me think of hitting them lightly with a small hammer and fixing their resonance. Is that not how you tune a car? A car's not a musical instrument? How I can say I know nothing on musical instruments in one easy way. Okay. I think it's fast in 37 minutes. How do you tune a fish? Mankind has wondered that question for many years. $180, 100 and... That might be enough. Okay, let's sort out a beacon. I'm gonna just handcraft a beacon at this stage. Singularity calibration data. Please don't let that be the one that's annoying. I don't think it is, actually. I left my car behind. I'll find out later. I mean, how do you tune a fish? You hit it repeatedly with a small hammer. We've just discussed that. It'll learn. Or it'll die. Either way, fish goal's complete. The cube got stuck. Why did you go then? You shouldn't have been able to get stuck. Maybe it wasn't ready for a different reason. Regardless, it's a pretty big problem. That's actually the biggest problem in the entire factory. Yes, we've got to go fix that now. The cube not working is distressing. Tick. Right, that should be Ghost. I'll hit enough metal, I guess. Alright, I'll be back in a second, everyone. I've just got to check on something. Mass dampeners? What are mass dampeners? I don't know what those are. Specifically the tuned ones. Yeah, the car is still around here somewhere. No, the car is miles. If I can catch that train, we'll take us near the car. Which we did catch the train, which I'm very proud of myself for doing. Looks like we didn't run out of metal that time, that's good. We will run out of metal in time, of course, but for now, we're good. Okay. Beacon. Singularity calibration data, that's where I was going. Don't mind me, I'm just hitting pipes. And I'm in the same pipe pretty much. Clunk, clunk, clunk. What is the best way to move is not fast. Slow your roll, everything will be okay. What was I needing? I keep forgetting. I start singularity calibration data. There we go. Please be the one that's easy to make. I say it is, but at the same time, we don't have a lot of it. So, cars and spaghetti do not mix. That is true. You know, I was over here worried about the other one, but now that I'm looking at it, real problem. Probably this one. When I really need it though, I can just spin tubes spinning and we'll probably get there. Right now it's kind of like, I don't really have enough. Where do these ghost chips go? They go somewhere interesting. They do, and they will get used up. Okay. How many do we need? 8. Well, our lucky day. We don't need too many more now. 2 more. Hooray! And 4 deep core crystals. Okay. Not exactly encouraging. All the finest cars come from Italy. Yeah, but how often do they run over spaghetti? If they ran over spaghetti, the nonnas would kill them. Obvious. Yeah, you disrespect the spaghetti. I disrespect your face. That's how it goes. It's not racist if it's true. I'm not sure how that one's going to hold up in court. Okay, we need beacon juice. Made in the distillery. We need spectrolite, which is here. Water. Some water around here, right? Some water. There we go, we just take the nuclear water. It's fine. Nuclear water is better tasting than regular water. Okay, you should be about ready to leave, but you're not. Why not? Got more of these things. Makes them fairly fast. Problem is we still want a lot of them to go down to the stupid place. This stupid line of crap. New spaghetti is involved in making cars and works in the design as Ron Spaghetti. Area. They've never been enslaved but have suffered institutional racism in the past. Okay. Okay, was just having problems sleeping by the sounds of it. He seems okay now, though. We need fermions. How you doing, Bedless Dane? Thank you for the quacks. I hope they are all they were quacked up to be. Ha 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 ha. I should have taken the car, shouldn't I? I can always go back. It's probably faster to go get the car than it is to walking. Let's see. I would like some blue widgets, please. Not blue, more like teal. My point is, I would like some widgets. I'm not here to ask permission for your widgets. I just want them. Comes in, steals your widgets, refuses to elaborate, leaves. A beacon like here, I suppose. Why am I doing that? I can move this up here. Right. I don't think I need any of those actually. We're going to have to worry about that later, I assume. Now, where are we putting this beacon? Here works. The only problem is I have to do dumb routing. Funnily enough, dumb routing is my name. That's cool. We need more arcane drives. That doesn't surprise me. We'll go grab a bunch of arcane drives, I suppose, and we might as well grab like a bunch of the turn that off at the moment. Arcane drives does not seem like enough. 900 arcane drives seems like a better number. And while we are here, grab some of these. Oh yeah, I suppose that's a valid point too, isn't it? Oops. So, anyone check out the games on Steamfest? Anything good? That's the question I'm going to start with. Does anyone play anything on Steamfest that they enjoyed? And then I'm going to go into, I have been playing something I quite enjoyed. And I wish I could remember the name of it, but that's okay, because if you click the button, 100 Line Last Defense Academy. I was enjoying that. It is basically, what if Danganronpa was a tactics RPG? Which is a good question that I would like to ask myself. Thankfully, I don't need to. They've already asked that question for me, and it's Danganronpa as a tactical RPG. And I'm a big fan of Danganronpa, so I played a bit of it, quite enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my time with it, so I'm probably going to pick that up at some point. I couldn't tell you when, but I can tell you I'm probably going to buy it, because it looks neat. I mean, if you've played a Danganronpa game before and you know like the eccentricness of characters and how everyone's just like a crazy sort of... Everyone's just kind of insane for their own reasons. And if you enjoy that, then I recommend checking out the demo for this game. If you didn't enjoy that, then probably don't. Because this game doesn't offer you anything different that you haven't already seen before. I had one of these. And if you don't know if you like Danganronpa, I mean, all that sort of wacky, zany anime. I mean, Danganronpa was about murder. Like, it was a murder investigation game with high schoolers. If you don't like high schoolers being murdered, if you have some sort of moral objection to that, then, you know, I can understand potentially where you're coming from. But maybe not entirely. Oh, I'm just trying to make myself sound like a terrible person right now, aren't I? It's fine, they're high schoolers. They know what they deserve. Couple mausoleums. And we probably need a German tank as well. Escape the Mad Empire. Really? Is that the one that I saw, the Paradox roguelike? I saw a trailer for it. Yeah, no. The trailer hurt my brain. So I don't know. I didn't check it out. Maybe I should check it out. But the trailer of that game was just too like, what if ADHD had a voice? And I don't want it to have a voice because I can hear it perfectly fine in my head, thank you very much. What if ADHD was trying to sell me something? What if ADHD thought it was Billy Mays and it was here? Stone Shard. I love The Last Spell. The Last Spell is literally a game that I've actually considered putting on stream at some point. Last Spell might be a better actual YouTube thing, now that I'm really thinking about it. I was trying to think about what to put on YouTube after I was done with Darkest Dungeon. Last Spell might be a good option. Actually, what I was thinking about is something else that they made, Death in Vinland. I really want to win that game one day. Dead in Vinland's the game that I play every few years. I get closer to finishing it, but never actually do. Still not okay. What's going on? Oh, is it because we ran out of coal? Yeah, okay. You always want to go there. No, we're going to over here. So I've increased productivity, so it's giving me quite a bit more actually now. A little bit slower. New clay game looks nice. The Magic Wizard's base builder thing. See, I don't even know what that is. But I must admit, I'm not hating the sound of it. Mind over Magic. Good name. So we've slowed it down, which is actually kind of funny. It means it doesn't fill these up as quickly. What is mind over magic? No! No, stop. Shut up. God. You nerd. Mind over magic. Clay Publishing. So it's not developed by Clay, it's published by them though. Huh. Okay, it's a magic school. Show me why I... It does look cool. Train your students for the deadly underschool. Okay, I love that there's an underschool. They summon the Eye of Cthulhu. Oh! Oh, okay, yeah, you know what? This actually looks like a neat game. I will... Wait, is that a new game? Is that... That game's already out. No, shut up. Sorry, that tired of bullshit thing? I think Mind Over Magic's already out. Mind Over Magnet. You know, it's funny, I saw that. I was like, Mind Over, and it's like, Magnet? I'm like, nope. But I do like that game exists. That game does actually look pretty cool. How does it rate? Does it rate well? Am I being tempted to play it for stream? Yeah, I wonder if I can request it. No. Worth a shot. It's got a very positive. Interesting, interesting. Maybe I have a look at it. Burp. I think it's 440 per second. When it goes in, it just like fills up a whole bunch of boxes. Oh, we're done. Let's go, Daddy-o. We have nowhere else to be? Oh, right. Do we not need more metal right now? No, we do. Desperately. It looks like we've almost produced all the science we need. I think we're actually going to be good. Loud German good morning noises. Achtung. That means attention, right? Something like that. My German is terrible, and unfortunately is mostly stolen from, like... I was gonna say Hogan's Heroes, and it's probably true. Right, so the problems we had was not enough oil, which should have been resolved now that we've got a lot of coal coming through. We've got a bunch of coal coming through. The German was mostly from British comedies, which prepared you well. Well, I mean convenient, because that's also, well, Hogan's Heroes I suppose is American comedy. Same general idea, right? Oh, come on, baby, you can do it. It's so close. It just needs like 3 more science. Yeah, it's gonna do it. One more science, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, it teases. Okay, good. Down to the life, the universe, and everything. Let's go. 53 hours at that rate. That's fine. That's not the rate it's going to stay at. So, 10% of the time it'll make the thing that I want. This could take a while. You downloaded the Mecha Break demo. Mecha Break? I don't even know that one either. This is why I need to ask people like, hey, has anyone checked out anything good? Because it's always stuff that I've never heard of. Like, without fail, there's always something. Okay, so we need 4 of these to start building. Until we have 4 of them, I'm not even going to start. And then, the idea at the moment, I suppose you want to be... I don't know. Giving them a go at a reasonable pace. Well, we got 2 at the moment. There's no reason to start until we have 4 though. So here's the plan. We are going to build a bridge. Oh, maybe. We might build a bridge. Industry. Oh. It's a sand factory game, a bit idle. You know, I'm just like, I don't care that much. I don't need an idle game. Sandustry. Let's have a look. A mining automation game featuring sand. You know what? Install that demo. Make that happen. Usually I don't like when playing, it's a bit noiter. Lee played it. Okay, okay. Can we try and improve how not bad this is? Sand coarse and rough and irritating gets anywhere. It's not necessarily a Sith Lord thing. It's not a story the Sith would tell you. Do I need to remind you of chat rules? No accusing people of being Sith Lords without evidence? Or the Council? I'll be honest, there was a time, like, what was that game, Knights of the Old Republic? Where I was playing a Jedi, but it was just like, you didn't have the lightning powers, but you had like a lot of stun powers. And so it was like late in the game, just going into a place and being attacked by like 6 or 7 Sith, stunning them, beating the crap out of them, and then just walking out without even taking a hit. And I'm like, it doesn't feel like I'm the good guy when I did that. It feels very much like I'm just the bad guy with extra I'm the bad guy. Every other key presses numlock. What are you doing? What are you doing? Also, full disclosure, I'm absolutely pro-Imperial in Star Wars. And I always will be. Because they're the actual good guys. I don't know why we'd support a terrorist organization. But people do. And I'm not supporting a terrorist organization in Star Wars. I lost my stuff, by the way. I put it down somewhere, now I don't know where it is. There it is. Hey, I think we've actually got enough for a moment. That's probably fine. We have a numlock shortcut which lights an LED but otherwise does nothing. But what if you need numlock? What would you do? Do you never need numlock? That seems awfully presumptuous. Be ye some kind of wizard who dares not use numlock, for they know the power that they wield is too great for them, that it will consume them. Is that you? It was important to ask someone if they're a wizard. Usually the answer is no, but one day you're going to be right. Oh. Then won't you be the smart guy? Look at me, I can identify wizards. That light should be activated. But that should only go... Okay. You know what's the weirdest thing? Why do I have alt mode on my thing? I don't want to toggle alt mode. I never want to turn it off. And if I wanted to, I can... Apparently I can't press alt. Okay, never mind. I don't want to do it anyway. It sounds very sour grapes though. At that point, I don't want to do it, so why would I even try? Look at SeiferKatt over here, Mr. Sour Grapes himself. Calcium got stuck. That's okay. Calcium gonna get stuck sometimes. Where did I leave my car? Probably somewhere stupid. Oh, I left it exactly where I want to be. I left it at my destination, not my starting point. Okay. How many are we doing? We are at 6. Well, that's almost enough to get started. I mean, no, it is actually enough to get started. We can get it started in here. No, let's get it started in here. We don't make enough of these. No, we don't get enough crystals, that's the problem. We make more crystals? Maybe with some speed modules. Thing of the census version, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm seeing the correct version. Because I don't wish to do anything else. I want to get it started in here. Why would I do anything else? You want me to get it finished in here? Look at this guy, he wants to get it finished in. Silly Solburn. Well, I mean, I'm not getting it started. When do I want to get it done? You say the censored version, but I think this is the version that is relevant to me. Which is getting it started. Specifically in here. You visited your sister in the US like 10 years ago, and CLOL Green's hit single Forget You was everywhere. And you're like, F you America. I don't know who CLOL Green is. You mean Ceylon tea? Is that what you mean? CeeLo Green. I've never heard of them. I mean, I don't know why I needed to say that. Everyone's like, yep, this guy has no idea what's happening in the real world. I was voted most likely to not know what was going on in high school. Which was interesting, because I didn't even know what I was voting for when I voted for myself. I'm pleased with that joke. I could build a train, but I refuse. I'm just gonna spaghetti it across. Excuse me? What made you think any of that was okay? There we go. But I've got to currently work. Let me do that. And now it'll work. And now we can start making the science with one science lab. Get a hit name if you Danger Mail. Like the British cartoon. It has begun. We are probably quite a distance away from finishing. The slowness is going to take even longer, but you know what they say about slowness. If you don't worry, your parents can tell you. Oh, story slowness will tell you. I'm implying your parents may or may not be Sith Lords. I mean, it's possible. It wouldn't surprise me. On that note, my dad would claim to be a Jedi and then just brutally slaughter people in a game, and I'm like, a Jedi trait at it. We're gonna need some more arcane drives. Yeah, it's not like that Jedi don't ruthlessly slaughter people, actually, now that I think about it. Jedi are more than happy to slaughter people should they need to. Parents always too, there are. That's not necessarily true. They'll tell you there's always two. That's a lie. That's a lie that parents would tell you. From my perspective, the parents are evil. God, we're already out of metal. Okay, it doesn't look like it's out of sync now. I will allow that. I acknowledge that was not to me. Thank you, thank you for Twitch for thinking that Glacier was actually threatening me. I appreciate your concern, Twitch. Okay, we're at 159 hours at this rate. I always appreciate when Twitch is looking out for me. If I had a moderator, I could make a moderator do that. I don't need a moderator. Occasionally I think about opening up a process to have a moderator, and then I'm like, but why would I need one? I don't have enough people watching. Single moms equal Jedi, polycule equals... Hang on, what do you mean? Hang on, let's stop for a second. Always two there are a master and an apprentice, right? Is that the point of the Jedi also? They have a master and apprentice at all times? Like, isn't that just a bit hypocritical of the Jedi? I mean, I suppose that's the point, right? How are we doing? We lack things again. Feels like we usually do. Whoa! Hypocritical and Jedi go well in the same sentence. Yeah, probably right too. But with that, we just need cerebral substrate, which even then I'm not too fussed about. That fixes that problem. Polycule, is there like grey Jedi? Aren't they a thing? They sort of got light and dark in them. Inside every Jedi there are two wolves. Especially werewolf Jedi. No, we're not doing the two wolves bit again. I said it and I'm like, no, we've done this bit for far too long. I think Grey Jedi is mostly fan-made. Isn't that the point of what Ahsoka is, though, at this point? Or is she just a Jedi who's just sort of can't be asked anymore? I mean, again, I don't know anything about Ahsoka, so, you know. Oh, really? Oh, because it's all going that way, huh? He's not a Jedi at all. An unaffiliated Force user. What's the difference between an unaffiliated Force user and a Jedi then? He was trained by Anakin before the lava thing. That's true, yes. There's a female version of two wolves recently. There are two wolves inside you. One wants hair to your butt, the other wants to rock a pixie cut. I like it because there's like, it rhymes. And then the third wolf kind of throws it off because then there's three wolves inside you. There are other Force users that aren't Jedi. They're the Night Sisters of oh god. Zoe, please tell me you didn't know this fact off by heart. Otherwise I'm worried that you're going to start insulting me in the bookstore. With the best insult. Second best insult I've ever had in my life. And I can't believe I forgot the best insult in my life. You're playing Jedi Survivor right now. Okay. You cool. Ah, I see, I see. They're on Ahsoka as well. It's been a while since I've rage uninstalled a game. I think, what was the last game I rage uninstalled? I can think of two. And I like to think that both of them make perfect sense. One of them was Eve. And the other one was Heroes of the Storm. No, you know what? Eve, it wasn't a rage uninstall. Eve was a, oh, I know where this goes. I don't want to do it. I hate this. I hate everything about this. But I still stand that I did the right thing on both. Okay. Very start watching Clone Wars. I understand Clone Wars gets really freaking good as like it goes on. I tried watching season 1 and I was just like, this is too Saturday morning cartoon for me. Like 280. I'll get you next time, Jedi. And I was like, I don't want to watch this. These days I'd probably be more cool with it, but I just couldn't do it back then. I just was not feeling it. I always hate that I'll get you next time routine, because they never get them next time. Maul was a Night Brother? Bro, you can't call someone a Night Brother. That's their word. Unless you had a Night Brother pass, and then you can say it. I'm not sure my implication. I know exactly what the joke I'm making is. I just don't want to elaborate. I'm gonna put the concrete there in case I need it later.
Got some quality?
Oh, quality, thank you. Apparently a list of good episodes that combine to make a good overarching story. Yeah, I know those things exist, but that seems like a fake fan at that point. I wouldn't be a true fan of a show that I don't care about. Don't judge. I mean, you can judge if you want, like... Yeah, it feels like I haven't earned the good episodes. Like, you can watch like a quarter of Adventure Time and get all the story and be really happy about it, but you didn't earn it. I know we weren't talking about Adventure Time, but I'm just saying. That's Goblin quality 2 times in a row. That's pretty good. Pretty lucky. Ah, fudge. You know what? We're going to change cube to 90. That can stay 30. That can probably go to 80. That can go to 80. And that can go to 80. That's already at 80. How do you like that? I'd like to get the arcane drive engines. Where are you? You're there. Okay. Like, you gotta deserve the good episodes. If you don't deserve them, you shouldn't be watching them. Fake fan. Like, I didn't think I was a fan at all. Fake fan. You know, it's like people who go, oh, I stopped watching the anime at this point because it was filler episodes. Bro, fake fan, you gotta watch all the episodes. You're not better than that. What's worse than not being a fan? Being a fake fan, that's true. Like rage tourism these days. Rage tourism is fascinating to me. People being angry about a game series they never actually played. Oh hey. What if there's a joke or a nod to the previous episode? What if you watch another show like later and there's a nod or a joke to that episode and then you don't recognize that because you didn't even watch the full show? How would you know? I'm trying to remember what unrelated, we were watching Bingo and they were trying to find a Kiwi on the map. And the mother said a line that is just like a very Kiwi thing and it bothers me, I can't remember what it was. Choice? I don't remember. I'm not joking. People who watch Legend of Korra without watching Legend of Aang, it distresses. I like the word distressed lately, I notice, but it bothers me for two reasons. One, they watched Legend of Korra and not Legend of Aang, and two, they didn't watch the first part. Did they not read the supplementary logs as well? Like, I mean, why bother even doing this? Why do you even bother breathing, bro? You don't deserve to be here. Get out of my fandom. Why you never go full borders? Yes, you never go full borders. That's true. So this train's probably coming down here now. It did. I got a couple of things to do before it begins its merry journey. First off, it does actually need to make a few of these, so I'll let it do that first. What if you're flexing in the bookstore and someone references the episode you haven't seen? You're done for. That's true. That does happen a lot. You know me, I'm always flexing in a bookstore. Flexing on them nerds. That's just the sort of person I am, though. You know what, maybe we only need 2 of them running right now. Maybe 2 is fine. We've got extra backup steam. Why waste it? What I should have done, though, is probably have the 2 adjacent ones. But we are going to waste it a little bit. Because we probably want to have some adjacency bonus. It's not a much of adjacency bonus. It's 25%, which is not a lot, but I'd rather not waste it. Never go full borders, Zoe. I think that is something that I will try and remember, because that's funny. Full borders as being such a fan that anyone mentions your fandom thing in even the slightest negative tone, without listening, you just go off the handle of them. That's called going full borders. And I thank you for that. You are correct, you should never go full borders. That's all sorted now. And how many do we want? 500, gosh. Okay. But I mean, it does produce like 100 or 200 megawatts of power plus frames. Always good to produce frames. Just be on the safe side. I think I'll do... Cool. Just get a bit more steam made up. No reason not to. I mean, we've got the temperature. Might as well use it. Okay. It's going well. Let me just make it a time 10. We can make more efficient fuel as well. How long does it last for? I feel like it doesn't last as long in this as it does in base game. Well, that bigger deal is just kind of surprising. Alright, so that sorts out power. That's still going. That's making my things, or at least attempting to occasionally. Also making my things, or attempting to occasionally. We have 0 of the nice shiny ones. Bad. Oh, never mind, we have 1. How are we doing with this? Are we using more or making? This is, oh wait, we could just check it. This is making 2 per minute. And this is using 1, okay, so we're actually making more than we're producing. Which means, oh, left. That rude. Left without telling me, but okay. My feelings have not been hurt this day. Oh, it's time to go and make the plastic. I just want to call it plastic because it looks like plastic. Basic matter. Always good to get that tucked away for a bit. So couple of plans. First plans are basic. Get that. Get those. There's 2 of them. Damn. I like how sometimes it spits out more than one thing. Sometimes it'll spit out nothing, but sometimes it'll spit out more than one. I wonder if we can fit another one in here. Not really, no. Unless I move that, but then there's not really room. No, there's not really room to do that. What if instead I didn't care? What if I just didn't give a shit? We didn't consider that alternative now, did we? New version episode of What If SeiferKatt just didn't give a shit? What if we move this one up? Okay. How does that help me then? I just want to get another one of these in yet. I don't know how to do that without doing some weird sushi. No, even sushi's not going to help me here. What would help me? That. So we lose some bonuses, but we get other bonuses. So that's okay, it just makes a little bit more. And I'm not really worried about ones. How many I can just have left? Probably enough for now. We are going to struggle with that soon though. I'd like one more of these before I leave. That is of course implying that I'm going to get something else, which is a nice dream. Maybe I will, probably I won't. I mean, it's what, 10% chance per spin? Yeah, it's not great. But the idea is every time we get a spin... Hey, there we go. So that gets me 2 more labs up. 2 more labs is probably enough right now. There is no way in hell that's being stuck there is a good thing. Oops, I crashed into a rock. A rock that carried fluid. It wasn't a rock, it was a pipe. Pipes are the worst rocks. You mine them and all you get is a pipe. Okay. That has doubled my research speed. We are now at 40 hours. My god. We're going to be at 1% before we know it. Don't worry, this is going to be sped up. I hope. So now 2.45 is how many we We are only just making less than the requirements. Look at that. Oof. Look at that spike. Oof, gets the blood pumping, you know? Gets you ready to fight someone in the street with a stick. I'll be honest, I've never fought anyone in the street with a stick. Have I fought anyone in the street? Yes and no. Someone's fought me before in the street, but I wasn't really engaging with them on that one. See, generally if someone fights you in the street and you don't know them, they got that crackhead energy, and you don't want to mess with that crackhead energy, you know? So instead, I did not fight them. Could I have won? I don't know, probably not. I probably could have found out what the inside of a police cell looked like though, so that would have been fun. And by fun, I mean, that's probably not fun. I probably don't want to know what the inside of a police cell looks like. You just gotta out-crackhead them. Didn't have any crack, bro. How was I gonna out-crackhead them? You're not wrong. It's the important part of this. You're not wrong. Best way to beat crackheads is to out-crackhead them. But I think I would still lose. I like having enough power that this actually runs now. I remember when I first ran this and the whole base just shut down, and then my strategy was just let the base shut down, which is a hilarious strategy. Just let it happen. Sorry, just checking messages. Bit of political humor in chat, love that. Not this chat, obviously. Like this chat, it's this chat. Chat up there. My friends group. It's really funny the way this looks. It looks like it comes in as ghost crystals, goes out as spectral light, then comes back in as ghost crystals. What it kind of looks like. Not obviously what's happening, but it's not about what's happening or isn't happening, it's about what it looks like. And it looks like it's happening. We are short of deep core crystals again, aren't we? Always something. We're about time for annihilations, actually. Okay. Are we done here? Not even close. Ugh. I think we could be done sooner if I do a little trick I like to call making things go faster than I could possibly see them. Step 1 problem, cannot find things that go fast. Oh, I wonder how this is going. We have 7? Wow, 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 wow. Huge numbers. Huge. Okay. Wow. Was I wrong? Was there not wowing to be had? There was wowing to be had. Huge numbers. Extremely proud of those numbers. Reference to pitch meeting. They want you to think. Make them go faster. Then you know what you get? More stuff. This is the place that gets stuck the longest, I think. The faster you can get through all of that, the sooner you can move on with your life. No problem at all, billion and what? That was the soul burn? I don't think soul burn's an inconvenience. Yeah, we're referencing something I don't understand. That's alright. What are you saying to me? That I don't think you're an inconvenience? Okay, no. You're just the streamer, Steve. Stop thinking anything's about you. God. How's the serenity? Okay. We are almost done. So I just gotta get these last ghost crystals, which it'll do soon. I think speeding this up was a very good idea. Not to toot my own horn, but yes. You know what? I would toot my own horn. If I had a horn, I'd toot it. You know what? I think we're going to change this to 15. I think we'll change this to 15. Ah, 52 hours to go. Nice! It's actually more than that because I have got a problem. We'll fix it pretty quick. The problem still exists. Wait, why are we still doing this? Hold up. Why are we doing this? Oh, wait. Greater than or equal. Greater than or equal. Okay, whoops. Seriously, if there's a movie you like, hate that was incredibly bad, likely there's a pitch meeting for it. You should watch it because it's incredibly funny. I mean, I would say you do that and you do mine, I'll do yours, but I still haven't watched Fifth Element, so you know, I can't be held to that one. I want to watch Fifth Element, I just haven't done it. Wait. Oh wait, what's a pitch meeting then? Okay, I thought a pitch meeting was like the name of a movie. Okay, I don't know what this is that you're referring to then. More so than normal. That's probably going to want to make sure of that. Right, okay. How bad is things right now? We have no gelatinous tar again. How bloody typical. We never have gelatinous tar. The right problem we're having these days. Not just gelatinous tar, actually, it's a whole bunch of problems. I just need one more cube. One more cube would change everything. Because I believe metal is probably out now. Yeah, metal's out. Is deep core crystals out? Yep, those are out. Gabe's doing fine. Gabe's just overworked. I am on the final science, yeah. And we are almost 1% into it. That's going to speed up as time goes on. I mean, the sciences aren't being built as much soon as they start stacking up, I imagine. Oh god. So you want 3, so we'd take that to 6. And then likewise, we'll do the same thing for the introspection cubes. You want 3, we'll change that to 6. Yeah, it works. What are you up to these days, Maholic? I haven't caught your stream lately. I mean, okay, what do we just keep going with this plan and play Factorio for a change? No, it's just vanilla? Well, vanilla? You don't even play vanilla anymore. Oh god, you're still needing to do that, huh? It's like Factorio. Ah! Warp drive. Interesting. Now I think about it, I saw someone playing it the other day and it might have been you. I don't know. Clearly my attention span was elsewhere. Speaking of which, speaking of my attention span being elsewhere. Alright, I need to check my idle game real quick. Idle game has been checked. Successful idle checked. Okay, now it makes my cerebral substrate. of which is going to be here for a little while. What is that? I actually filter to do anything, it just picks it up. I feel like there was supposed to be a filter on this at some point. $8K per time. Okay, so it fills up pretty quick. You know what? I'm stealing this. I know we need all this stuff, but I'm stealing it. Because I need to make something. Great. Right, we're not making those anymore because we ran out of arcane crystals. That's not even a surprise anymore. What I actually want to do is make this. Wow, we can actually survive the power for it. Pretty wild. Helvetic scenario. No, we'll get one more of those going. We need 9,000, so we need 2,000-ish. That's fine. It shouldn't take too long. We're making them? Yep, here it comes. I gotta say, the sound in this game, every now and then, I just like realize how amazing the sound in this game is. Like, oh yeah, the game sounds amazing. Like, even knowing that some of these sounds are also like modded sounds. Oh. I need to get rid of this water somehow. How does one just get rid of water? I mean, that would kind of work, but... Alternative suggestion. Don't. We don't need to do this too many times. Oh, the Helvetica scenario is going again. I think get like 3 of those done should be enough. Actually, it's already done like one free one for the bonus production. We'll do one more after that. The thing is, it's pretty much already completing itself while we wait. Thanks to excess production. Excess productivity is brilliant to have. Borg mod. It's just a little cube. It's just a little cube. You know what's disappointing? There was that Star Trek Next Generation RTS. And one of the races you could play was Borg, which, you know a Borg cube, right? Borg cubes are like ninja. How dangerous is a Borg? Oh, 1%? Holy shit, we are the 1%. Thank you, Waffles. Borg cubes are like ninja. If there is one Borg cube, you are effed, mate. You are just effed. If there's lots of Borg cubes, you can destroy them. It's not the big deal. Like, one Borg cube was like Wolf 359. It just destroyed the Federation Armada. It was just the worst. And the only reason they won is because like they managed to do some switching stuff. But in that game, it's like, oh, you just build Borg cubes, no big deal. And that's the problem. They were no big deal. They could just be destroyed, no big deal. They weren't like amazingly strong ships. And I think the game made the Borg kind of weak. And that was disappointing, you know? The Borg should be always terrifying, but somehow this game made them just kind of sad and pathetic. And I didn't sign up for sad, pathetic Borg. Which would be a weird thing to sign up for if I did, but I didn't. So, shut up. Okay. I know what I'm going to do with this water. Nothing works that way. Should have gone further down. What was that game called? Starfleet Armada? Star Trek Armada? I think it was Star Trek Armada. And there was a sequel, which is known as Star Trek Armada 2. They didn't really come up with a good name for it. Back then they didn't need to come up with flashy names for like this sequel, you know? You need to call it like Star Trek Armada. This time it's got Steve. This time Steve's here. There's room for a Star Trek RPG. You know what? There probably is. I don't know what... I don't know enough about Star Trek to be able to refute that, but I think you're right. I think you could easily do a Star Trek RPG and have people enjoying it. Except people saying that Star Trek got woke. I liked Star Trek before it was woke, you know. Those people exist, right? Please tell me there are people that think Star Trek got woke with, like, whatever the new series is. Actually, I don't want that. I thought... Thank you. I got scared when you came in the room. I heard the door and I was like, oh, that's it. I'm about to be stabbed. But instead it was snacks. Thank you. Not by you. I got snacks. I know Star Trek was woke at the beginning. That's why I like the idea of people saying like Star Trek's gone woke now. I haven't seen it. My sister and father quite like it. Okay. Star Trek is just like the supreme version of communism because they've reached a situation where you don't need energy. They've got an energy surplus. And so because of that, no one needs to work. Everyone can have a good existence without needing to work. And so they can pursue whatever they want in their life if they wish. However, if you want to do something, you can. No big deal. Post-guesty is nice, yeah. And so, like, for instance, Benjamin Sisko's father, he runs a restaurant which he food poisons people at least 3 times a day, and that's 3 times a week, and that's considered a good week for him. Which, I don't know. If I went to a restaurant and they only food poison people 3 times this week, I'd be like, I'm never coming here. That's terrifying. You consider that acceptable. Not only is it acceptable, it's sort of like a laughing matter, like, huh, okay. This doesn't really matter. No big deal. It's just food poisoning. And food poisoning is probably just a little in the neck and you're fine. How wonderful is that? Food poisoning. Don't even consider it. It happens. You know, not that you need to have a restaurant, you can just replicate the food and it tastes amazing. Yeah. Food poison not even once. Replicated food doesn't taste as good? Okay, but counterpoint. You ever eaten my cooking? I'll tell you someone who has eaten my cooking, little K. He took 1 bite of it and refused to eat any more. Can you believe that? He refused to eat my Hawaiian mince pasta. Disappointing. I made that for him. And he refused to eat my Hawaiian mince pasta. I was pretty upset about it. Panda was trying to be supportive. But at the same time, she also refused to eat my Hawaiian mince pasta, so... no. How supportive can you really be if you refuse to eat the Hawaiian mince pasta? That's my question to you. I just call it Hawaiian mince, so people need, like, for the uninitiated Hawaiian mince, you need to know that it's in pasta. Okay, so by doing this, it's made 150, 300, 450 of these. That's pretty good. Oh, it's making arcane engines now. Do I need arcane engines? Yes, I do. In fact, I need them now. So yeah, this is alright. We do need them. But a post-guesty society, I'd be more than happy with that. Think about it, you can just do whatever you want. And the work you do it because you want to do it, not because you have to do it to live. And that's pretty incredible, right? Like, would I do a different job if it was something I enjoyed? Probably. Problem with post-scarcity societies is things that are always scarce. Like what? I'm not being a dick here, I just want to know like what's scarce. People? People aren't scarce. There's a lot of humanity around. One thing that might be scarce is people not wanting to, what was I going to say? People not wanting to join Starfleet. Or just generally do community work, but I imagine in a post-scarcity society you'd be like, I want to do something and maybe help my community would be nice. Several people want to be couples with a certain person. Dude, do you know how many people want to be couples with someone who doesn't like them now? A single person? Like, that happens now. We're not in a post-scarcity society. But the point remains the same either way. I'm confused. Why is this relevant? Sorry. Either way, people are going to want that. It doesn't... Sure, that doesn't change, but I hardly regard that's a problem. That's not a problem with post-scarcity society, that's just a problem with people. The point remains this will all still be a problem. Is that a problem? If everyone wants to marry Taylor Swift, and I know not many people do, but my point is, this is just the first big name I can think of, it's not like that's going to change in a post-scarcity society, and it's not that big a problem. I don't know why Taylor Swift is the first name that came to my head, I don't... Whatever. We're moving on. My point is, it's not that big a deal. My point is weak. No, you couldn't, but that's the argument I'm making here. Like, it doesn't change either way, and it's not a problem with post-scarcity society or pre-scarcity scarcity society. It's always a problem, and the fact that in post-scarcity society the problem exists doesn't mean it's a problem? It's just life? Yeah, but that's not what scarcity is. Like, yes, there'll always be luxuries you can't necessarily have in a post-scarcity society. That's why you do other things. Scarcity doesn't mean for luxuries necessarily, it means to live. And live well, I imagine. I don't mind Taylor Swift, the point was, it was just a name. So we're in a post-scarcity society. Say that to people who can't pay rent or food or are homeless. If I... compared to 300 years ago. I think in the post-scarcity scenario of Star Trek it's a bit better than that, but I can see your argument. We're trying to make things better. Somehow. Some not doing a very good job at that. I agree. Oh my god, if this continues at this rate, we're going to be at like 2% very soon. Let's go get some arcane engines. I mean, actually, hold on a second. Holodeck simulations still exist. I mean, in that world. So who says you can't? The high-rank officers, that's true. Holosuites you do have to pay for. And that is why you join Starfleet. So you can take Taylor Swift. I don't know. It's a good question. Where sort of falls apart, I suppose, isn't it? Cadet, why do you want to join Starfleet? So I can take Taylor Swift from the year 2020. I'd accept them. I'd allow them to join Starfleet. The honesty I appreciate. He's a creep, but he's not a bad guy. Yeah, exactly. That's what most people do. I mean, it was... on the ship, it's kind of an interesting situation. It's like during World War II, you couldn't get sugar and stuff, right? Because rations. That stuff went to the soldiers, and quite frankly, you know, I would want my soldiers to be better fed than myself, because quite frankly, those soldiers are risking their lives, you know, specifically for me. Every soldier writes a letter and says, "Dearest mother, I hope SeiferKatt is doing well." The response they never receive because they get blown up in a U-boat attack, but, you know, the fact that they cared. That's what matters to me. Like soldiers and bases and God knows where have still access to American cereals and candy bars. That's pretty crazy. And again, I mean, I'm not sure about the American Army part, but in some ways I'm glad that they do. Because, you know, I'm not going to go into like Army good or Army bad here, but I'm going to assume Army is doing a thing that I approve of, which they probably aren't, but whatever, let's just go with this assumption here. My point is, if Army is doing things that assist me as, like, make sure that my way of life is fine, which as stated, they're probably not, but whatever, then I want them to keep doing that, and I want them to be fed. I mean, I love reading about the ice cream ship in World War II. The ice cream ship is hilarious. While your enemy is suffering with lack of food, you made a ship that makes ice cream for the soldiers. That's all it does. Instead of loading rockets to ships, they load large rectangles of self-contained rockets. That's funny. Like, in World War II, a war that was like an absolute cluster truck all over the globe, they made a ship that made ice cream. You didn't need that, America. You know you didn't need that. But could you imagine, like, having a rough day in the war and then the ice cream ship turns up? You'd be like... And then you'd ask about Betty Boop, because that's what you do in World War II. Apparently Betty Boop's still okay. That's good. And then you ask someone if Captain America was able to punch Hitler in the face, why didn't he just kill Hitler? And no one can answer that question. Always bothered me. The USSR fell because the president saw the small corner stores have more stuff to buy than the best shops in Moscow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily for that exact anecdote, but I mean, that was a big problem. I was reading something about a Russian, Soviet diplomat who, like, the American was driving around. He's like, actually, I need to stop, nip into the store for something real quick. Do you mind? He's like, no, that's fine. And he's just like, yeah, nice try. Good joke, good joke. I like it. He's like, what do you mean good joke? It's like, this isn't a real store. And it's like, all right, I'll drive wherever you tell me to. When we pull over, I'll show you another store. So they drive for like 2 hours, taking lefts, rights, all over the place. Stop at a store and it's basically the same thing. And the guy's like, oh no, this is America. Oh god. I thought the store was just like a front, like just a cheeky little trick. But it wasn't. This is America. We're in this shit state and those Yanks have ice cream. Anything I missed? All you need to do is look up the ice cream ship if you hadn't looked it up before. I think that's probably a good place to go. Look up the ice cream ship. The reason Joyce Starfleet is to date Taylor Swift, that is true. That's another reason. No one else. It's Taylor Swift or no one. Wipe the holodeck when you're done, please. God, you know how there's like the... I'm not insulting these people, I just want to make this clear. But you know how there's the people who like love a video game character, particularly in Japan, and then they marry... Like there's that guy who married his DS copy of like whatever the hell the game was because he was in love with one of the girls. And so he married her. Surely that happens with holodecks, right? They can't find someone that sort of is right for them, so instead they marry a holosuite or a holodeck character. Surely that happens. Someone like his class whose WhatsApp name is Per Aspera ad Astra. Ad Astra has something to do with space. I don't know what that exactly means. I've heard that phrase before, but I don't know it. Oh shit, we're running out of wood. Through struggle to space, okay. Okay, we're a little bit less woody than I would like to be. I would prefer to be more woody than this. I'm woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, that reminds me, they're making another Toy Story movie, aren't they? God's sake. I don't know why you just got me mad about that. Astra Stars. Ah, I see. We're at 2%. Woot woot. Woot woot. That's the sound of the police having a police party. At Astra, that's the roguelike with dice, right? Wait, I feel like I own that. No. What is the roguelike with dice? That's Asteria. Astery? Six-Sided Oracles. Okay, no, that's a different game. What's Ad Astra? Oh, shit, I've lost. Dicey Dungeons. No. Dicey Dungeons is a different game. But also, flippin' amazing. I love Dicey Dungeons. As any sane person should. Wait, no. My cube! It runs! These cubes don't run. Well, that cube runs, but other cubes might not. Is a Toy Story with Keanu Reeves? I don't think so. Is there? Sorry, I don't think I mentioned Keanu Reeves. What's my percentage on the cube now? 2%. 5 science per minute, 9,600 needed. We've got a little bit to go. You know what? I know what we can do to improve this. Oops! That wasn't it. That improves nothing. That's just violence. He plays Duke Kaboom in 4. I don't even know who that is. 4 was... You know, the thing about Toy Story is every time they make a new movie, you're like, we didn't need a new Toy Story movie. We just didn't. And then you watch and you're like, good movie though. That's my impression anyway. I'm always like, we didn't need another Toy Story. And then I watch it and I'm like, it still holds up. He rides a bike. Oh, is he like the, that's Keanu Reeves. That's funny. I do know the characters, like Evil Knievel. Budget Evil Knievel. Well, yeah, you can't afford Evil Knievel. Are you kidding me? Where's Pixar gonna find the money for Evil Knievel rights? You know how much Evil Knievel rights are these days? Ridiculous. Disney don't have that money. Pixar totally has raised Evil Knievel from the dead money. No, Disney has that money. Pixar does not. Pixar wishes they had that sort of money. But they lost it. They lost all that money trying to raise Steve Jobs from the dead, and that didn't work for them because Steve Jobs as a lich had no soul. Woo! Why, you think a lich wouldn't walk around in like black turtlenecks? It's absolute lich behavior. Oh, you're going with like a Harry Potter type thing. Interesting. Okay, we're making metal. Yeah. I mean, it gets some of the metal done, right? I think we're all filled up with calcium at the moment, which I would usually regard as a good thing, but not this time because I'm filled up with calcium. Okay, now we've brought up Horcruxes. So the idea of a Horcrux is that it like rips part of your soul off. But is it like half or is it just like a bit? I assume it can't be half, because half your soul, half by the 7th time you got like almost no, it's just like a little shred of soul. That's just distressing. Again, I use the word distressing too much these days, I gotta stop. But I'm not going to. That's the level of distress that I'm under. I mean, they don't want to. The last thing you want is some kid to be like, I murdered someone to get a Horcrux, and this is how I did it. I learned it from Harry Potter. The last thing that anyone wanted was the conservatives to be right about anything in Harry Potter. Which is strange, but true. Oh, it left already. I guess because, yeah, I guess that does make sense. It's like, well, you gotta be very careful when you explain how to make thermite, because apparently it's quite possible to make thermite. But you don't want to accidentally educate someone how to do it. Because it's quite doable, I understand. And despite how fun it is, I don't think authorities would appreciate you making thermite for the kicks. You don't have to think about that monster. Look, there's always more monsters to think about. Think about cool monsters. Like literal liches. See, Voldemort was not a lich. He wished he was a lich, but he wasn't. He was like some low-grade lich. Which is what they called me in high school. Oh yeah, well... yes and no. You're close to the topic, so I don't disagree with you there. But at the same time... You know what, I'm not going to argue her point. Why would I? That sounds like a stupid idea. Let's argue the idea of an asshole. I do enough of that on my own, thank you very much. Okay, good news. It looks like it's making a whole bunch of this stuff. That always makes me pretty happy. Like, it got 2 types of metals done. Nice. That's still not needed. Nice. So there's a thing little K started doing when he gets to daycare, where like he wanders in and then he just sits, like he goes, "Oh, it's story time." He just wanders over and sits on the mat, and it's very cute. He doesn't look at me a second time. He's just like, "Oh, story time." Sits down, starts listening to the story. Very calm, very relaxed, and I'm like, "Oh, look at the little guy. He just wants story time." But you know, who doesn't want to have a little story read to them? He's just like, "Okay, I'm here for story time now," and they're like, "Hey, little K," and he's just like, "Yeah." Where are we going now? We're going to wait, really? I thought we'd be going to Cube. Why are we not going to Cube? Because we don't have enough dust. Oh. Oh, hang on. I need to make that one again. Those got to be ands. That's got to be equal 0. Delete that one. We also need another and for the ectoplasm. Greater than or equal to 1.2k? Yep. Greater than or equal to 600? I don't know why you went there. Oh, I see. Greater than or equal to 1.8k? That's not quite right. Right, we need more dust. Thankfully, dust is coming. Where are you going? Over there, okay. I mean, right, everything else is sort of fine right now, so what are you trying to make? Okay. We're at still 2%. You ever play Space Engineers? I haven't. I've always been intrigued about it. I always thought it was like just a game about bolting things on very like Minecraft creative mode, but then I saw people flying ships and like mining, and I'm like, well, you wouldn't mine in Minecraft creative mode, so what is this game? I think I might have seen like an earlier version of it. No, I haven't. Are you recommending it, or are you also looking for information? How are we going with making stuff? Mass spaceship next to a station, you can't fly it. It seems mass categorized as station rather than actual mass. Stations don't move, means your ship doesn't move. Oh. That's annoying. Okay, it's 4.7. 4.9, so we are still... Well, let's finish that row off. And again... Making stuff is going to take longer. You build stuff in space, yeah. That's all I know about it. Like some sort of space engineer. I mean, you do mining in that game, right? It's not just building. Like, what is the goal? That's what I don't understand. Like, is it just sort of sandboxy? Okay. One of my friends said it's always good to start with grinder. I didn't question further. Oh, okay. So you can kind of do both. I think we're probably on track for those. Actually, I think we're okay for this now. Oh, we're at 3% now, though. Woo! So I think what we need to do is get my fermions and grobions all sorted out. Fermions and bosons, is it? I don't know why I said grobions. Clearly that's not a real thing. Oh, it's going somewhere. Where's it going? I like how it zooms out and zooms back in like a sort of spy movie. Like a spy thriller. We're traveling the world in a spy thriller game. With my spy thriller train. And my spy thriller brain. Okay. See, this is what we wanted. More bosons and fermions. I'm worried that we might need to be converting these very soon. Yeah, I think that's wrong. I think it's going to be divide by 2 as well. Okay, now that that's working, you should be putting the cube in there. Oh. Oh, the cube's already left. Okay, you're definitely playing in Sandbox. Don't do that in Outer Wilds. Oh, you can. That's not a big deal. It's just very funny. Someone always inevitably dies at least once in their playthrough of Outer Wilds without, like, because they forgot to put their spacesuit on. Just is always like, oh, why did I just die? Oh. It's almost a rite of passage in Outer Wilds. You're not a true Outer Wilds player until you accidentally suffocated yourself. Don't want to gatekeep Outer Wilds, of course, but I'm just saying. Why did you leave? Right, we didn't have enough dust. Suffocating in cave when sand is rising? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. The suffocating's bad. It's the, look, I don't want to go into more of it, but there is a particular thing about that cave where a sound that is very unpleasant. No! No, you do not. Yeah, that sound is uncomfortable. That sound does not fill me with joy. Wait, why did that not grab? Oh, that's supposed to equal 1. I chase down that cube. Driver, chase that cube. Give it another go. I trust you. Yep, that's good. I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I mean, look, I don't achievement hunt, but I got 100% achievements in Outer Wilds because I loved it that much. So, there's very few things about Outer Wilds I do not know. Do I have a constant combinator? No. Nor do I have any basic matter to make one. Ah, there we go. Yeah, no. You need those not to be in there. Wait, why are you doing this? Go the other way around. Okay, cool. Oh hey, there's no way for the cube to leave. That's funny. Alright, well we have to stop playing for the night, I think. But I think we've made some pretty good progress. Research is happening. Albeit slowly, but it will speed up. And that's all I can really say right now. Save. No? No what? No, I can't stop playing. I don't want to. I'd love to play for another couple hours, but no. I have to stop. You parked it on an asteroid? That sounds like a bad place to park a ship. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your stay. If you're new here, please do consider following. I'd appreciate it. But as always, you do what makes you feel comfortable. Soulburn there is already posting the socials. Thank you very much for that, Soulburn. YouTube.com/SeiferKatt, where the VODs go. Discord, that's where the chat is. That's where the chat goes. I'll next be streaming on Saturday. Do I want to play something else? Or do I just... I kind of want to get this Factorio mod finished, so let's just keep going Factorio. And we'll do that. Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. I will always hold on to that feeling. You cannot stop me. And then sometimes the blood talks to... Sorry, what? Oh, neat. 1,000 annihilation cards. Yeah. So thank you everyone for being here. It's been a blast as always, and I hope to see you all next time. Or some other time. Maybe you're busy. I don't know. Live your life. Bye everyone.